Hi, it's been a minute. Okay, it's been a very interesting week. So this is a week where I operate in this world of media and faith and all of that, and there is a lot of conversation around consciousness. There's a lot of conversation around astic, nastic. All these words get used a lot, and they also get misused a lot. And over time, I've had to make my own judgment around this because ultimately you're an independent thinker. I think whole of life is about inquiry and curiosity. And if you don't inquire, and if you are not curious, and if you just take stuff just as is, just because somebody told that to you, or just because it's history, just because it's tradition, just because it's a belief system, I think that's stupidity. God gave you a good brain. Use it. Ask questions. Be curious. And I think the difference between science and spirituality is science keeps moving because it is constantly looking for new methods, proofs, etc. Whereas religion ends up looking at this is how it's done, this is how you do it. So that's more of a belief system than anything else. ऐसे ही होता है, ऐसे ही करेंगे. So they are very, very against changing tradition because they like surety, they like repetition. And as, I mean, in the age of AI, you kind of realize that, intelligence itself has changed. You can no longer call yourself intelligent if you are repetitive, you have memory, you have IQ and logic. But that's also what I think most religiosity in principle is. But in all of this, what you realize is that now today the war is of consciousness and not of muscle. It doesn't matter if you're strong physically because you're no longer agriculturist or an industrialist. You are working as a knowledge worker, and you are in the warfare of consciousness. Now, what does that mean? How do you stand out? I think the only way you stand out is if you are on the side of truth. Truth is internal and external. So, like, if I'm self-aware, if I self-inquire, then I will have some level of truth because I will keep dispelling my own illusions. Similarly, there's a lot of stuff that's told to you from the outside. But if I can question, if I can inquire about it, then I will maybe come to some level of lack of illusion because it's very illusionary. If somebody had not told me something, I may not do it. For example, I may not wear pink frocks, right? Or I may not laugh softly, which I also don't. But I will not listen to a lot of stuff that's told to me because somebody said if you do this, you're a good girl or a good boy or a good whatever, good Hindu, good Muslim, whatever the thing is, right? Doesn't really matter. Whatever goodness you're looking for, whatever nicety you're looking for, if you inquire, you realize the truth really has no flavor to it. It's truth. I keep saying this: authority is not the truth. Truth is the authority. So keep seeking it. I mean, there is what else do you have to do in life? Roti kapda makan will get taken care of by machines. So what else are you here for? And at the end of it, no matter who we are with, what we do, etc., there is a path to the end. The end is your highest potential. Highest potential is the truth, right? Anybody who takes you off that path for whatever reason, personal relationship, work, family, etc., that's not your person. You're on a path together. You're not merged together. You have your own path. So that truth you have to question for yourself. And I'm realizing that more and more people are not realizing that everything is now about consciousness. It has nothing to do with muscle. It has nothing to do with external power. It has nothing to do with money. If your consciousness is flawed, or if you're not seeking the highest in terms of potential, you are very, very weak. It doesn't matter what gym you go to, what protein powders you take. It doesn't matter how many crores you have in the bank. You're bankrupt, boss. You are a very, very, very poor man or poor woman. And I think if you're seeking wealth and legacy, put the consciousness in the center. That's the only. You're not an animal. You're also not just an emotional being. You have some level of higher potential to you, right? Which is truth. And truth cannot be questioned. You say it. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to explain it. You know it's truth, right? So I think more and more consciousness versus muscle, consciousness will win, no matter which environment you're in. Seek that. Everything else is hubris.